Imagine being the king of coffee. You've conquered the US, Europe, and Asia. But there's one place that defeated you: Australia. In 2008, Starbucks had to shut down 70% of its stores here, losing over $100 million. Today, we dive into the biggest business failure in coffee history. When Starbucks arrived in 2000, they were arrogant. They thought they were teaching coffee to a nation that didn't have it. But Australians had been enjoying high-quality espresso since the 1950s, thanks to Italian and Greek immigrants. Starbucks didn't realize they weren't entering a market. They were entering a battlefield of experts. To an Australian, coffee is a ritual, not just caffeine. Locals hated the factory feel of Starbucks. One local I spoke to said, "Why would I want a giant cup of sugary milk from a machine when I can have a perfect flat white from the guy down the street who knows my name?" It wasn't just about the taste. It was about the community. The product was the second disaster. Starbucks coffee is famous for being dark and sweet, but Aussies prefer a lighter, more sophisticated roast. Starbucks was selling dessert in a cup to people who wanted art in a cup. Plus, Starbucks was more expensive. Australians saw it as paying more for a worse experience. They expanded too fast. They opened 87 stores in 8 years. In the US, being on every corner is a success. In Australia, it felt like an invasion. Australians value the underdog, the small business. When a giant US corporation tried to swallow their suburbs, the locals fought back by simply staying away. Today, Starbucks is still in Australia, but they've changed. They no longer try to win over the locals. They focus on tourists who want a familiar taste. The lesson? Respect the local culture, or you will pay the price. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more business breakdowns. To understand the true scale of this failure, we have to look at the global numbers. Starbucks is an absolute juggernaut. Today, they operate over 38,000 stores worldwide, dominating almost every continent they touch. In the United States, there are 15,000 locations, and in China, they open a new store nearly every 15 hours. It is a massive, unstoppable machine. Everywhere except Australia. Where is the money coming from? The US remains their primary gold mine, but China is the rising star. Despite being a tea-loving nation, Starbucks successfully branded itself as a status symbol in China. If you carry a Starbucks cup in Shanghai, it says something about your social class. But in Australia, it was the opposite. For a real coffee lover in Melbourne or Sydney, carrying a Starbucks cup was almost embarrassing. Now, let's look at the American perspective. For an American, Starbucks isn't necessarily about the world's best coffee. It's about consistency. Whether you are in New York or a small town in Texas, your latte will taste exactly the same. Americans value the third place, a comfortable spot between work and home. They love the mobile app, the rewards, and the sheer speed. In America, coffee is a get-up-and-go fuel. This is where the cultures clashed. The American Starbucks model is built on speed and convenience. It is essentially fast food coffee. But the Australian market is built on quality and craftsmanship. While Starbucks was busy perfecting their drive-thrus in Seattle, Australia was perfecting single-origin beans and artisan roasting. Starbucks tried to bring a fast food mindset to a gourmet market, and they paid a $100 million price for that mistake. Today, Starbucks dominates the globe, But Australia remains a permanent reminder of their limits. It proves that data can tell you where the people are, but it can't tell you how they feel. If you don't understand the heart of a local culture, even the most famous logo in the world won't save you. What do you think about this global divide? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more.